Welcome to Black Geek Energy, where
Jerry, you don't sound enthused.
really Demarcus, why wouldn't I be enthused this week?
Did you lose another job?
No, Demarcus, I'm not enthused because I had to wait
Mm.
30 minutes for you to show up.
15.
30.
What are you talking? We don't start till 12:30, and it's
But
only
I
just now
was on
12:52.
here 10 minutes before because to be early is to be on time. Do you remember that saying?
I
Is
don't know
that,
what you're talking
am
about.
I speaking a foreign language to you?
Yep.
Okay, so to be early is to be on time. And that's why you're not a real marching pirate. I knew it. But to be early is to be on time. That's something that we learned when we marched.
Mm.
Sucks that you didn't learn that.
Back when y'all still played on wooden instruments.
Back, Demarcus, we had the same directors, Dr. Holmes.
But you didn't know that until you didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago.
Well, it was four that I didn't know
Mm.
that Mr. Davis was your director as well. But
Hmm.
we still have Mr. Holmes together at the same time. Like, what are you talking about?
You was in the band when Mr. Holmes was the director?
I was over the band when Mr. Holmes was the
Yeah, that's
director.
what I thought.
Anyways, this is the podcast about black stuff, where
Black
we.
stuff.
Can I finish my thought, please?
Absolutely.
Okay. Where we talk about all the geeky stuff from comics to Dungeons and Dragons and movies, TVs, and blah, blah, blah. But we
Hmm.
start off each and every week by finding out how the Marcus's and mine. Oh,
There
yeah.
we go.
My name is Jardo or Jared, if you care. And this guy, well, I don't know how the screen is on your thing, but that guy beside me is the Marcus. And what does the D stand for this week?
Detrimental.
Oh, why? Why does it stand for detrimental? Because what?
That one's for you, Jared. Because I was late. Had some technical difficulties on this side, and if you listen real close, you can hear my computer screaming as we record.
You need to get another one.
No, this ain't that old of a computer.
When did you buy it?
Mm, I don't know. Can't remember
So you don't know when you bought it.
because I bought it from my aunt. It's
So
been
it
at
was
least a few years.
already old when you bought it. You didn't buy
No,
it
it was
when
brand
you.
new when she had it. She just didn't need it.
Okay.
Like she just realized she wasn't using it.
Okay.
So
Well, it was already old when you buy. You didn't buy it brand new. You
mhm.
know
I just
that
didn't
when
buy it out the
Apple does
store.
an Apple, when Apple does an update, they
They
slow down the
throttle.
computer.
Hmm.
And you also know that with the
I think I
new
do have an update too. Maybe
software
that's what it
coming out.
is.
Can I finish my statement, Demarcus?
I mean, you
Can I
made a
finish
good
one
point. There's an
statement?
update.
Okay. You do know that with each software update, it slows down your computer even more.
I did
So
not know
you
that.
not buying a new computer when you don't even know when you bought that one is detrimental to your life. So don't say I'm being detrimental.
I didn't
That's
say
on
you were
you
detrimental. I said I was having technical issues that were detrimental.
to my life.
Mm. I mean, if you want to take it personally, by all means,
How was I supposed to take it? I was one that was waiting.
take it how you want to take it.
Personally,
Okay.
how was your week this past week, Demarcus? And I don't want to hear about pool.
It's been good. I did play
Demarcus,
pool. I
okay,
did
so
win.
pause. Demarcus,
Um,
can you turn on
pretty.
your lights?
My light is on.
Why you look so dark?
I don't look dark. See? Oh shit! Man, I'm about to make it fall. All right, there we go. But yeah, I did play pool Monday. We did win. We're like 4 points away from second place in our league. So that's dope. I'm gonna go play tomorrow and hopefully get another big win. Let's see what else happened this week. Other than that, work has been pretty copacetic. Um, Cat's been here since last Tuesday. Thought you might enjoy that. Thought you
Oh!
might enjoy that.
Can she come say hi?
Not right now.
Oh,
But yeah.
how is she? What have y'all been doing? You finally did something interesting. So what
We
have
went
y'all been
to a
doing?
yacht party on the 4th. Went and did some karaoke. And it's like a late night brunch karaoke spot up in Oakland. It was pretty good. Let's see what else. We just went out to the pool yesterday. And then I made some jerk chicken tacos today for lunch. And they slapping. How's your week been, Jared?
Kat is my favoriteest person that's your friend
Mm-hmm.
um in my life. Like Kat is the best person that you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her to death. I've always loved her to death.
Mm-hmm.
Um and she's amazing and great and all the good things. My previous week, well, I installed a new ceiling fan.
By yourself?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Handyman.
Well, somebody's got to do it because I don't have a man. So, have you ever?
You are the man.
Demarcus, that's not what I mean. Have you ever installed a ceiling fan before?
I have not. Not had to do that.
Well, I did it. It was a lot. It was a lot, and I live on the second floor, which is really the third floor because we have a basement. The basement is where the little power switch is, and you have to turn off the power so you don't get electrocuted.
Did you learn that the hard way?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so my fan has been in my ceiling for 30 years. So it was a lot of figuring out how to disconnect it in the dark because I had to turn the power off. So how did I have any lights? So I had to figure out how to disconnect it in the dark.
Did you not do it in the daytime?
Yes.
Okay, then I imagine you could just open the windows and let some light in, no?
No. Because it's 90 degrees outside.
I mean, just open the blinds. Don't open the window itself.
That wouldn't help because my window is all the way back there and my fan is all the way over there. So the light wouldn't have helped that much. And then it was a mess. So I installed my fan in the dark. Well, I let that fan down in the dark. Then I was able to set up my fan, and I did that in a different room of the house. And I hoisted it up, and I did a whole bunch of reconfiguring and doing all this stuff. And when I finally finished, I prayed to the gods because if my fan didn't work, then I would have just been an SOL. It would just been a decoration on top of my ceiling. But
because you weren't gonna take it back down and fix it.
I wasn't gonna take it back down. I wasn't doing none of that. But in the end, my fan did turn on, and it's so nice. Let me turn it on right now. You can.
You should send us a picture of it. You should post a picture of the new fan, Jared, that you hung up yourself.
Oh. So first of all, it's so cool. Oh, and I just turned it on. It's so cool.
Oh, because you can control it
the
from your phone.
fan is actually like cool. Like it's very cool, and I can do a whole bunch of stuff, like have different light settings. It connects to my phone, and it's a really great device. So.
That's what's up.
And I got it for $20.
The fan?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, it was usually $20, and no, it's usually $159, and I got it on sale for $20 thanks to Twitter. So I was like, I need a new fan because the fan I have doesn't work. It's old. It's
Mm-hmm.
very dusty and dingy. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, let me plug up this new fan. And I'm glad I didn't get electrocuted because we probably wouldn't have a podcast this week. So, yeah,
I'm glad you didn't get electrocuted, Jerry.
I am, well, you know, it probably would have been for the best. Um, but yeah, other than that, I've just been watching a lot of stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
saw Squid Games. I saw
Ooh.
Sandman. I
Okay.
saw. Have you seen Sandman?
Mm-hmm. Not the new season.
So you saw the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
I did. I did. My old boss, he dressed up as the Sandman for Halloween, had the helmet and everything. It was a pretty sick costume.
So Sandman was so good
Mm-hmm.
that when I watched the first season, I immediately went out and read the comic. And I was at band camp
Mm-hmm.
with the girls. So I was like, oh no. Paul's band camp. I gotta see what happens. It's a little 73 issue comic that was made in
Mm-hmm.
the 90s. It is so good.
Mm.
Like I had to force myself to start reading it so I can get at least 3 hours of sleep. Because it was a band camp, I had to be out at 5. So I was
Yeah.
like, ugh, this is so great. And
Golly.
I also started to watch, it's a new anime season. I started watching.
Mm.
No, we can't really talk about it. But I started watching this new anime. It was so good. On
Mm-hmm.
one episode, immediately went to the manga and started reading it.
Why we can't talk about the new anime season?
Because we're going to talk about what we're watching in like 2 episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, like I'm not even going to say what the anime is, but that anime was good. It was everything I
Mm.
needed it to be, and it shocked me, and I choked up. And I don't choke up
Off of one episode.
off of one episode.
Golly, Jerry.
But yeah, that was amazing. It was amazing. So, Demarcus, this is the time where we uh, do this thing where we give a shout out to our good friends at Movie Pass for our
Mm-hmm.
Put You On segments. We
Mm-hmm.
we usually give a lot of recommendations to our listeners. They could be anything in media from comics, anime, TV, movies, tabletop RPGs, and you
Mm-hmm.
even forgot a restaurant one time. But
Mm-hmm.
first, can you please tell them a little bit about MoviePass?
Of course. MoviePass is a subscription-based service where that allows you to use a number of points that you purchase through your subscription to see movies multiple times a month. It's all about making movie going easier, more affordable, more accessible for the average people. And yeah, and right now they got their summer sale going on, I think still. And it's 2 months for uh 20 some odd dollars, something like that, $26. Yeah, it's 3 for 2. It's 3 months. You buy 2 months, get the third one free. And that's
Okay.
movies all summer. That's the whole summer. All the Marvel joints, all the blockbusters, all the scary movie stuff. I know what you did last summer. They got what's coming out July 25th?
Fifth is Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. What's
Fantastic Four. That's how the
is
song
that how the
goes.
song goes?
Yeah,
Huh.
that's how the
I've
song
never
goes.
heard the Fantastic Four song before then.
You didn't listen to the trailer?
Oh, I have not. I didn't watch the trailer yet. I want to be surprised at theater.
You haven't seen not one trailer for
Not one
Fantastic.
Fantastic Four trailer.
Hmm. Well, um, the trailer isn't that great. You kind of get
Mhm.
what happens, but the music is great.
Or either I haven't seen the trailer with the Fantastic Four theme song in it.
Everyone has the Fantastic Four theme song.
So no, I haven't seen any of them then.
That's crazy. They released the music before they released a trailer.
Hmm.
It's by who is this by? Oh yeah, Michael Giacchino, who is an amazing. Michael Giacchino is an amazing composer. Who I first found out who he was from the TV show Lost, because he did all the music on Lost, and then he did Wall-E, and he is an amazing composer. But
Okay.
yeah, it's crazy you didn't know. Anyways, the Marcus, what do you want to put them on to?
I just finished this anime that's pretty good. It's a pretty chill anime that you can just like cut on and watch while you're doing other things. It's not one that you have to like get real deep into.
Mm,
And it is called the hell?
mm, goodness.
This does not seem correct.
So you didn't even know what it
Let
was.
me see.
Don't have it ready.
Did I click on the wrong profile? Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
you
sure
have
did.
two profiles?
Oh no, I did it. This is the right one.
Oh, okay.
But there are two profiles, yes.
Oh, for who?
My friend Michael.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep. He lets me have his Paramount Plus, and I give him Crunchyroll. Even
Why
swap
can't
most
we do
windows.
a thing like that?
We could.
Well, what do you want?
I pretty much got it all at this point.
All right. What do you have to put them on to, Demarcus? Because you are. Please tell me.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. If you want to go first,
Wow,
go free.
Demarcus. Wow. You
Because I
didn't
just
have
finished
it
it,
played up
and
already.
it's like the old man becomes like the best swordsman or some junk like
All
that.
right. Let me go ahead and go so you can go ahead and find what you're trying to do. Because just wasting all of our people's time. I want to put them onto the Rule of Jenny Penn. This is a Shutter exclusive. It's also on Amazon, not Amazon, but AMC Plus. The Rule of Jenny Penn is titled as a horror, I guess, and I guess it is horrifying what happens, but it basically tells a story of how a bully is terrorizing people. But this bully isn't a normal bully. This is a old man in a nursing home, and he is
Hmm.
terrorizing everybody that's in a nursing home, um, and he's making their lives miserable at night. And what happens is a judge passes out um, on the bench, and he's sent to this nursing home. And he's like, "Well, what's happening with him?" And with this bully, and he begins to be terrorized by the bully, and the judge is then bound to a wheelchair, and it's just a lot of terrorizing. And
Hmm.
the best thing about the Rule of Jenny Penn is that is the is one of the actors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know the the main. I mean the that I mean it's a British name, so it's all British actors. But the bully
Mm-hmm.
is played by our friend John Lithgow, um, who
Mm-hmm.
is fantastic in this because he is winning over all the nurses, and he is also terrorizing all the people in the nursing home. So, The
Mm-hmm.
Rule of Jenny Penn, great, great, great movie. If you like to, just feel bad. If you like to feel bad, and if you like a good movie, a good story, and see people how they, overcome challenges, I think The Rule of Jenny Penn is a great movie. So that
Hmm.
is what I'm going to put you on to. Demarcus, have
Okay.
you found what you are looking
I
for?
did. I did. And my mistake, I was looking in the wrong place. I usually watch my anime on Crunchyroll. This one in particular is on Amazon Prime. And it's called From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. So it's about this guy who is convinced that he's just like this average swordsman, but he moves to this remote town, opens up like a sword school or sword dojo, and teaches kids the sword and some adults. But it sort of explores him like reconnecting with his students over time, students who've like graduated or at least matriculated through his swordsman program and who become some level of famous or important or whatever. Because he has one student that becomes head of the royal guard, another student that becomes like head, like really important in like the Magic Institute, and invents sword magic. Another student who becomes a blacksmith, who's an adult, and the only reason he joins the dojo is because he wants to like learn what people want in a sword. Um, but yeah, it's super chill anime. You get a little bit of harem vibes from it because a lot of the students that he reconnects with are women. But it's definitely one of those where like he's like the most powerful person in the country or in the world or whatever. So like every fight he gets into, he wins, even if he has like a little trouble. So easy watching, a nice little storyline. Um, I had been watching it a while ago and kind of forgot about it, and then logged on to Amazon Prime and saw it in my continued watching. Went ahead and binged it this weekend and finished it on up. So yeah, definitely
With
easy
Cat
watch,
there?
good show. Huh?
With Cat there?
Yeah,
Did she
Cat
watch
likes
it with
anime.
you?
Mhm. I don't think she'll go out her way to watch it herself, but she'll watch it if it's on.
DeMarcus, without really talking about it, how many anime on your previous anime list have you finished? Okay, never mind,
No,
because
no, no,
you
no,
get
no,
on
no,
my
no, no, no,
nerves.
no, 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 no.
I
There's an answer here. There's an answer. I'll tell you exactly how many I finished. I was thinking about that when we started talking about the new anime coming out. Um, I finished Rurouni Kenshin, but that's not really part of the old stuff. I think I finished My Hero Academia. Nope, never mind. There's one more episode of that.
Okay, DeMarcus, that's not good. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next segment because
Let me
you're about
see.
to piss me off
I
again.
finished The Unaware Atelier Meister.
All right, so is there an activity for this week?
I finished Fire Force.
Marcus, I just wanted a number. I didn't want to.
Two. Two is the number.
That's crazy.
You got the activity this week, right?
No, and it's crazy because you always list like 5 anime I'm watching. You list like 15 anime, and then you don't even watch them or finish them.
Well, I like to give things a chance. And if I don't like it, I'm not required to finish it.
Okay. Well,
If it doesn't hold my attention through episode 8 or whatever, then that's what it
episode
is.
8.
Like I get deep. Sometimes it's episode 4, but I digress.
I give it 3 episodes, and I'm in or out.
Mm.
All right, Demarcus, I did contact you earlier saying, do you want me to do the activity this week?
Mm-hmm.
You said yes. Oops, I'm not live. Okay. Yeah, you did ask me if we can have an activity for this week, and I said, sure, I can have an activity ready for this week. And again, on something that I like to do, just make things a little bit easier. I like to make these fun. I like to make these easy, simple for everybody involved. I don't like to give gotcha questions or do anything that DeMarcus be trying to do um, in his activities. And I just like to be democratic. I like to be fun. I like to be interesting. And I like to keep it light because I'm not trying to make sure that Marcus doesn't get any of these. I'm not at all. But um, I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't come out this looking stupid, basically. So what we're going to do today is something that DeMarcus, he already knows it. All right. I know he knows this. These are black characters from Disney films. Like, I'll tell you some. Tiana, Goofy, the Mufasa, all these people.
Is Goofy confirmed to be black?
Uh, like Disney's not gonna say it, but Disney did say in their Troop, a Goofy movie documentary, that if it wasn't for the black community buying the VHS of a Goofy movie, then he wouldn't have that sequel or that show. So
Mm.
that
Hey,
was in
well,
that documentary.
we
But
adopted them.
yeah, but I want this to be fun and interesting for everybody involved. So um, I just you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. 10 black Disney characters. Here we go. Are you ready?
I am ready. Am I only naming the character, or do I need to name the actor, the show? What am I doing here exactly?
You're not naming the actor. I don't even know the actor to these, to a lot of these, because this is the movies and it's the TV shows. Um, so yeah, I'm doing both. But or the show. I guess if you name the show, it could be extra points. Yeah, yeah. If you could name the show as well, I give you an extra point.
All
So
right.
it is um, uh, possible you can get 2 points. But I will say that if you can't name the character, you also can't name the show for an extra point.
So I cannot get points from naming the show if I cannot name the character.
True.
Okay. What is the threshold to win? How many points do I need to get?
5.
5 points to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good, sir. I'm ready when you ready.
All right, here we go. Number 1. Who is this character?
Mm. That's the guy from Soul. I think his name was Jim.
Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right. His name is Joe Gardner.
I was so close.
He is from Seoul.
It was Joe, not Jim.
Did you watch this movie?
Mm-hmm. I seen it once.
It's Jamie Foxx.
Mm.
You didn't know that either?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. All right. Who is this character?
Mm. I don't think I've seen this one. Mm. That's Cadet Hawthorne.
Mm,
I don't know what show they're from.
okay. I don't know if she is a cadet,
Mm.
but her name is Alicia Hawthorne.
What's the show?
Lightyear. It's a
Mm.
movie. The
Mm.
Buzz Lightyear prequel.
Oh, okay. Now I recognize the face.
Mm. How did you know that?
It's on her chest.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you got 1 point. Okay. Who is this black person from Disney?
Oh man, his name Bubbles. Yeah, his name is Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch.
Okay. His name is Cobra Bubbles
Mm-hmm.
from Lilo and Stitch. So you got 2 points.
Nice.
Okay. Who is this black person?
Yeah, this is another one. I don't think I've seen this one, or maybe I've seen it only one time. Yeah, I ain't even got to guess. Mama Frida.
Mm-hmm. Her name is Meridian Clyde from Strange New World.
I would have never got that.
You didn't see
Meridian
Strange New
Clyde.
World?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
What kind of movie is that?
It was a Pixar movie, and a lot of people didn't like it because it featured a gay couple.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Who is this black character?
The baby or the one holding the baby?
The baby.
I don't know neither one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't even got to
Okay.
guess.
Okay. So you don't even want to try?
Baby Claire.
Okay. This is Doc McStuffins from the
Mm.
TV show Doc McStuffins.
Mm. This kid show, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a kid show.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is this black person?
Ah, man. was his name? I think his name is Fred from Big Hero 6.
His name is Wasabi from Big Hero 6.
All right.
You had the movie, just no cigar.
Yeah.
All right. Who is this black person?
Oh, that's played by Tevin Campbell. That's Powerline from a Goofy movie.
Okay. All right. That is Powerline from a Goofy movie. Congratulations.
Do I get 3 points because I named the actor too?
No.
Okay.
If we would have said at the beginning, you would have 3 points, but no. DeMarcus, you have 4 points.
I should have 5. That's 2 for this one, right?
Yeah.
And I got 2 for the last one, and I got 1 point on the on one before.
Wasabi, you did not.
No. Not that last one. I got 1 point. I got 2 points for somebody else.
Cobra Bubbles.
Yeah, I got 2 points for Cobra Bubbles, and then I had got 1 point for somebody else. You said it. You said it. That's 1 point.
Alicia Hawthorne.
So that should be 5. No.
No.
Why not?
Because. And even if it's 5, the threshold is 7. So again, let's go.
Let's keep going. Let's keep fucking going.
Who is this black person?
Pretty sure his name is Gerald from Recess.
His name is Vince LaSalle from Recess.
Damn.
Okay. DeMarcus, who is this black person?
That's Wade from Kim Possible.
Okay. Okay, that's Wade from Kim Possible. Okay. And finally, DeMarcus, who is this black person?
I don't know who that is. I don't even know. Maybe the show is Flapjack. I don't know.
Flapjack is not a Disney movie.
You're right. Yeah, I have no idea who this person is.
You don't want to take a guess?
Officer Black.
Officer Black. This is Sheriff Bliss from Gravity Falls.
Okay.
All right, DeMarcus, you have 2, 4, 6, 7 points. Thanks to the bonuses that I so graciously let you have, because I'm not a horrible person. So you did win this challenge. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jared. Even after you moved the goalposts.
What are you talking about?
We ain't got to get into it.
Yeah, let's not get into whatever lie you just said.
I don't feel like going back and forth.
But how does it feel? This is the first time you've ever won something.
I don't think it's the first time I don't won nothing.
Yeah, this is the first time.
I don't won plenty.
Not on this show.
Yeah, on this show.
No.
Winner, chicken dinner over here.
No, you never won before. You never won before, and we can.
Whatever you say, Jared. Whatever you say.
We can go back and listen to them. Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, and by the way, do you still have the questions from the UX quiz that you did?
Yeah, I can get them. Why?
Okay. Can you send those to me? I told my coworkers about it, and they were like, "Oh, we want to take it."
Okay, cool. So, DeMarcus, what's the topic for today?
The topic for today are villains who are not really villains, aka villains who are right, villains who are justified, etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I got four villains for us to talk through.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can get through them. Hopefully I can get through them pretty quick, so we don't spend 45 minutes on this. But
Why? If we having an in-depth conversation,
I mean, because I still want us to be able to do like the wrap up stuff at the end. The questions from Six Brown Chicks and all that,
we'll
and
be able to
not
do
have
that.
this podcast be 2 hours long.
Well, you know,
No, I don't
but
know.
we'll be able to do everything.
Okay.
And,
Anyway,
and it's amazing how you don't mind for them to wait, but your friend of over 15 years, he could just be waiting for
who's them?
the listeners.
They did wait.
No, I
They
was
waited
waiting.
just like you was waiting. What are you talking about?
They aren't going to get that part when I edit this podcast, Demarcus.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the folks on live.
I didn't start the live until you came on, Demarcus.
So they had to wait too. If they know we normally start at 12:30, and they sit up there at 12:25 waiting on the show to start.
All right, Demarcus. They weren't there.
Mm, that's all you had to say.
Lauren is in the chat though, so
Hey, LB.
Lauren McNally.
Oh,
Mm.
even better. Hey, Lauren.
Go ahead with your topic, Demarcus.
All right, sure. So villains who aren't really villains. First up, this villain. What can I say about them to start? I definitely thought they were evil as a child as well until I grew up and learned the power and of a contract. So the first villain I want to talk about is Ursula. And while her methods may be questionable, and that may be a theme that runs through all of these people we talk about, they're not really wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So let me run this by you. So let's look at Triton and Ursula's backstory for a little bit. And depending on where you look, it differs a little bit, but essentially they're siblings, right? So in one story, Triton and Ursula are two siblings of two. And when their father died, he gave them two magical items, gave Triton the trident, gave Ursula a magic nautilus shell, and the expectation was for them to rule the seas evenly. At one point, Ursula gets a little greedy, tries to use black magic to usurp the throne, and that's how she gets banished and becomes like the Sea Witch. Now, in that version, it's like, oh, you getting greedy. That's a little reprehensible. We don't support that around here. But in the second, well, no, not the second one. In the second one, she's pretty shitty too. In the second story, Triton and Ursula are two of eight siblings. And Ursula kills all of their older siblings to become queen, but forgets to kill Triton because he's like younger than her. But eventually they get wise to the plot. Triton banishes her. He usurps the throne or whatever. But in the last tale, Ursula is a shapeshifter by nature. Yes? Okay. Laying that out there. And so she doesn't have to look like that. Like the octopus form that she has, she chooses to look like that. And so she chooses to have those tentacles instead of a fishtail like all the other mer people. And Brighton is like, nah, we don't like that. And so he banishes her because she wants to have tentacles. And so she gets adopted by this human, but eventually returns to the sea and finds other witches that will help her get her revenge against Triton. If we look at this third tale, she got did wrong just because she wanted to be different. Just because she like octopus more than she like being a fish.
Let me ask you: are you okay? You gave me three stories. Are these from like Hans Christian Andersen? Are these from the Disney animated series or the second movie? Or where are these stories from?
So the first one where Triton and Ursula are siblings, that was from the movie. They allude to it saying that Ursula used to live in the palace and whatnot. And then this two of eight, where they're two siblings of eight, that comes from a book. But I can't remember what the book is called. I didn't maintain that source.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tentacles is also from, I think, a book too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But yeah, so anyway, after Ursula becomes the sea witch, when she returns to the sea, she still looks out for her mer people. She still wants to help. So whenever somebody comes to her with a problem, she gives them a solution.
Mm-hmm.
With some, strings attached, because ain't nothing free in this world. She still got to make a living. She still got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Bet. So she'll do little contracts. Folks, if folks uphold their end of the bargain, no muss, no fuss. They go on about their way. But it's only when you break her contract or don't hold up your end of the bargain is when she turns into one of those little polyps, those little slime looking things in her lair. And so when Ariel goes to her for help, the contract says, that because she's in love with Prince Eric, but he's like a human, lives on the land. Ariel needs legs. You can't get something for nothing. So Ursula's like, look, you trade me your voice, I'll give you the legs. Go get your true love, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds supportive to me, or at least a transaction.
Me too.
So all Ariel has to do is get true love's first kiss. So, and which should be easy because Prince Eric done already seen her. He saved her on the beach thinking she was a person, but she was a mermaid. So when he see her up on land, that should be that should be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if Ariel doesn't get the kiss, Ursula's like, oh, I done did all, oops, shit. I done did all this work for nothing,
Okay.
and I need to be, reimbursed.
Mm-hmm.
And so she would Ariel would become Ursula's servant for the rest of the time or whatever.
Okay.
That is the consequence of breaking the track.
Mm-hmm.
So breaking the contract. So she don't even get turned into a pilot. That's not even, in her contract.
Mm-hmm.
So she did a better deal than most of the other mermaids that go to her for help. And so all this to say that Ursula is a businesswoman who lays out pretty clear contracts, with those who she does business with.
Yeah.
And she gets a bad rap just because folks don't hold up their end of the contract, and she got to do what she got to do.
Yeah.
Now, she does have bad blood between her and Triton, but that's that brother sibling stuff, and that ain't got nothing to do with her and her contract with Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that she should have been villainized for the entire movie, for an entire fandom, just because she got bad blood with her brother. That happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. I think that her story is fleshed out in the second one in the animated series, and it goes into the type of things that Triton would do to Ursula, because we never see that in the first movie. We never see that, but regardless of what happened, in the end, all magic has a cost. Like, that is known throughout the Disney multiverse. Every Disney movie says it. Every Disney series says it. All magic has a cost. Marvel, all magic has a cost. DC, all magic has a cost. So you are entering this contract. She signed it with that little feather quill underwater. She signed the contract
with squidding,
singing the song, and she already knew, I have to kiss this person, or I have to give up something of myself, which is her freedom. And then you have to think about it. Her entire body was changed. She changed her, because like on her tail, on her fish side, that's where her gills are. So she not only changed her respiratory system, she changed her method of moving. She changed her skin, because if you take a fish out of water, or if you take a dolphin out of water, they start to die because ain't no type of
they drying out.
Yeah, they drying out. So, or an octopus or a frog or whatever, they start to dry out. So she's changing her skin. Like, she's doing a lot
Changed
of
her entire physiology.
It's a lot of physiological things, biological things that go. It's not just her voice. It's not just her voice. So she was doing a lot of stuff, but then everybody was like, oh, I'm against Ursula because she looks different. And that's why white people don't
Wait a
like black people.
minute. Why
Because
do white
of
people come into
shows like
this?
this. Of shows like this, they teach children that differences are bad, but they
Mm.
don't teach them what they had to do to make the thing right, the thing that she was asking for
And what
happen.
they and what they don't teach them is to go over your contracts, negotiate.
Exactly.
Don't just sign something because you think you're getting what you want. Look through it, have a lawyer look at it. You don't just go into no contract blind.
Exactly.
And that's
Exactly.
on. I put that on Triton for not teaching his daughter better.
Exactly. But no, that's Triton's fault. That's Disney's fault because they're teaching racist behavior
Teaching
subconsciously.
racist behavior.
So yeah,
Derek, you
yeah,
going to the
I
extremes.
definitely feel you on Ursula,
You
most
definitely going
definitely.
to the extremes. I didn't say all those words, but
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, I hear you. All right. Villain number two, who's not really a villain.
Mm.
And again, methods may be questionable, but once you hear about some of his upbringing, your mind may change as to why he chooses to have such a direct approach to all of his goals.
Mm.
And so the next villain is Jafar.
Mm.
Full name is Jafar Ahmad Al Muda. So here's something I bet you didn't know. Jafar was also a street rat.
Mm.
Hmm. Just like Aladdin, man. He had a twin sister named Nasira, and he was born and raised on the streets. He was in poverty. He didn't have a lot. And you know how Agrabah was. You saw how they treated Aladdin. They did Jafar
Mm-hmm.
the same way. Riff raff, street rat. So he developed a desire for power, and looking at his upbringing, this ain't come from like, oh, I just want to be powerful. It's like, no, I want to be safe. I want to be protected. I want to take care of myself and my family. And so
Mm-hmm.
he educated himself. You know what I'm saying? Took his instead of going the route Aladdin went, where he just trying to like,
Still.
steal the heart of a princess and marry into wealth. Jafar said, I'm gonna make it on my own. I'm gonna get it out the mud. And, every day I'm in there studying law and studying, politics, learning how to like talk to people, persuade them to get what I want, how to make deals and whatnot. And so eventually he worked his way into the palace court, and then eventually worked his way up to being the Sultan's royal vizier. So it ain't just like he popped up there. That wasn't no nepotism. He wasn't given that position. He earned that position. You know what I'm saying? Working on the laws and making the Agrabah better for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he wasn't born with magic. All that sorcery stuff he was doing, he had to
Mm-hmm.
learn it. So at the same time, he learning the law, working on his political acumen, serving as the royal vizier. He's also he learned magic before he got into the palace, but
Mm.
at the same time he's studying all of that stuff. He's also studying magic.
Mm.
He spent a big period of his life studying magic and magical techniques, and that's where he found like his hypnotic staff, and then later would continue his magical research as the royal vizier and learn about the magic lamp.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at this as a way to gain more power and protect himself and keep himself fed. And we don't never find out what happened to his sister.
Mm.
So maybe his sister died, and he's like, "Shit, I'm never gonna lose nobody else again."
Yeah. Yeah.
So while serving under the Sultan, Jafar soon begins to think he's like, I will make a better Sultan than this guy. And if you look, the Sultan, Jasmine's father in the movie, is like a child. He
Mm-hmm.
always playing with his little Legos. He be running around trying to feed Raja cookies and feed Iago cookies and crackers and whatnot.
And Jafar did
Underneath,
everything.
and is more concerned. Say it again.
I said Jafar did everything.
Jafar did everything. That's the point I'm about to get to. Like while the Sultan is over here running around, and his main concern is making sure his daughter marries well, Jafar is actually handling the day-to-day business of Agrabah. He's doing all the governance. He's making sure shit stay running smoothly. And additionally, the Sultan is just like easily manipulated. You know, which could lean toward like how Jafar got into his position, being able to talk, say the right things. But at the same time, if you're a sultan, you should be firmer of mind,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so the all this to say, Jafar just wanted to save his country and protect himself, and was willing to go through extreme methods to do it. He realizing that the Sultan is like, pretty much a bumbling idiot. He used his little hypnotic staff. He's like, hey, sometimes this man need a little nudge in the right direction to do what's best for the kingdom.
Mm. Yeah.
So, while his methods are extreme, they're a bit harsh. I do not think Jafar should have been painted as a villain the way he was.
Yeah. I think that up until the last week of his life, he
Mhm.
wasn't bad. He wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
he
And
was harsh. He was strict, but
yeah,
not bad.
yeah, and I like a strict ruler. I've said it countless times. I like Doom. I like Black Adam. I like Namor. So I like a strict ruler because the people are always going to be happy. I
Hmm.
think that the hypnotic staff may have swayed him on the evil side more, and
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, I think he used that to like a cheat code.
Mm.
But all in all, I think that the way things happen at the end of that first movie, um, Jafar Jafar was just too focused on defeating Aladdin and
Hmm.
getting the lamp, and he
Hmm.
lost focus of what really mattered, and that was the people of Agrabah.
Yeah.
And I think that he should have remembered what it was for. So
Hmm.
up until that last week of his life,
Yeah.
because he's the only person, well, he didn't die, but he's the only one that was changed forever,
Hmm.
on a genetic level.
Hmm.
Um, he's the only person that can't go back to being who he was.
Hmm.
But you just said, and I didn't know all that, he was raised on the streets of Agrabah. He
Hmm.
learned on the streets of Agrabah. He learned magic. And
Hmm.
then what was Aladdin doing? Stealing bread. That's how they opened the movie. That's how they opened the him and his monkey was stealing from
Hmm.
people who also
Hmm.
worked hard to get to where they were.
Yep.
So I really think that, I think that he should have gone the route of where he swayed the people
Hmm.
to usurp the throne instead of doing it by magical means.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
besides that last week of his life, Jafar was great for Agrabah, and he could have gotten that throne if that meddling kid didn't come into the picture.
Right. Imagine you got years of plans laid out, and you come into the accumulation of all your plotting, of all your carefully laid plans, and then some riffraff off the street from the same streets that you own. And so you it's not an immediate hate. It's just like, look, I recognize you, boy. I was you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
And
And
it
I know
just.
you ain't doing the right thing. You
Mm-hmm.
come up in here, you stealing, you know what I'm saying, and then you see a pretty girl, you know what I'm saying, you just trying to dip your wig. And I'm
Yeah.
not finna let you ruin all of my plans. So I can understand why he was like, yo,
Exactly.
this man is the biggest threat to my success right now.
Exactly.
Like I'm on
And
the verge of completely changing this country for the betterment of everybody,
mm-hmm.
and he finna ruin it all. So I can
Mm-hmm.
understand. I can understand it.
And it really goes to show that Disney is again planting these subliminal messages, because they're all not white people. So he's
Mm,
saying that white people, are the only people that when they try hard and get something, they succeed. But
mm,
when a brown person tries hard, no matter what they do, they can't succeed unless the genie comes in and saves them.
mm,
So again, it's Disney playing these subliminal messages in the minds of children
mm-hmm.
about about life, and it's not right.
Uh-huh. Well, Jerry, I don't know about that. I don't know about the subliminal messages and the programming the children. Um, they do use magic as kind of a scapegoat a lot. And that does happen. But let's move on to villain number three. Uh,
Well, I don't. I think that you're just choosing not to see what Disney is doing, but
I'm the one bringing up the points to you,
well, let's see
and
it.
then you taking an inch and going to the moon with it. But
No,
I'm gonna
no,
let
no.
you have your opinion.
I'm only connecting the dots. I'm just connecting the dots. I'm
All right,
only
all right, all
connecting the
right.
dots.
Number three, number three. Let's talk about Pain, aka Nagato from the show
Oh,
Naruto.
okay, okay.
You know, Pain wasn't really a villain. But we know him as like, wanting mass destruction, want to destroy all the villages. He's just coming in, wiping out the entire Leaf Village. Stapling Naruto to the ground, whooping Hinata ass when she comes to help him. We see him do all of these bad things, and at some point, we have to recognize, or we have to wrestle with the fact that sometimes people do bad things for the right reasons.
Mm.
Let me get into it.
Yeah, go ahead and get into it.
So Nagato, Yahiko, and Conan were all born. Um, were all born in the village hidden in the mist.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't able to find out whether they were originally born in as ninja or not, and whether that was their life path. But during the Second Great Ninja War, they were orphaned.
Mm.
And that's when we see their story, some of their story in the show. Jiraiya finds them, trains them as ninja, teaches them ninjutsu, and because Jiraiya feels bad because he's a part of the reason why they're orphans, because the Leaf Village was attacking the Mist Village at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so after being trained as ninja, they were like these three kids. They're like, oh, we grew up in war. We lost everything, our home, our families, and now we just have us. We should form this organization committed to peace, and we'll call it the Akatsuki.
Mm. Okay.
And that's how the Akatsuki was born.
Yeah.
Nagato, Conan, and Yahiko were the Akatsuki, and they were all about bringing peace to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me tell you a little bit more about the Second Great Ninja War. So, the Second Great Ninja War was about territory.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, oh, we're being attacked, we're just trying to protect our borders. No, none of that. And so the main villages at this point in time, the Leaf Village, Mist Village, Sand Village, and the Stone Village, were all expanding their territories under the pretense of like, oh, we're bringing fair rights to the people. But really, it was about money.
Mm-hmm.
After the first Great Ninja War, which which all of those countries were involved in, all of them are left like wounded. You know what I'm saying? These are wounded countries. The economies are broken, the societies are a little broken, and they're trying to heal. And at one point, they realize like, oh, they're healing more than we
Mm.
are. Their economies recover more than we are. We're going to be in trouble if they get back on top and we don't,
Yeah.
because that's what happened the first time. The first
Yeah.
Great Ninja War, we all started attacking each other because we all wanted to be the main top village.
Mm-hmm.
And the Leaf Village is a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want that to stick with you, because what we see in Naruto, from the perspective of Naruto and the Leaf Ninja that we follow, the Leaf Village is like this benevolent village where everybody's happy and everything goes right all the time.
Mm-mm.
We all know that's not true.
Not true.
Once we started look a little deeper, the fourth Hokage planted a demon in his son. The third
Mm-hmm.
Hokage, after being tasked with watching that child, pretty much abandons him and lets him grow up on his own, and lets the
Yeah.
entire village mistreat him when
Yeah.
he could have very easily said, "Hey, come live with me. I'm gonna take care of you.
Somebody.
You can become my adopted son, and because you were already the fourth Hokage son, and we can
Mm-hmm.
raise you to learn to control this nine tails inside you."
Mm-hmm.
And avoid a lot of the grief that you had to go through as a child.
Yeah.
But no, none of that happened. And then we also have the dark side of the Hidden Leaf Village, Donzo, who's making back alley deals, who commissioned the genocide of the Uchiha, which leads to Itachi leaving the village because he can't live with himself anymore, and
Mm-hmm.
Sasuke, you know, turning to this path of revenge because he can't live with himself as long as he lets his brother live for killing his
Mm-hmm.
entire family.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Leaf Village likes to portray this front as if they are the perfect place to live when they're just as bad
Mm-hmm.
as every other village.
Mm-hmm.
The Mist Village had his own things where they were like raising kids to slaughter each other. We see that a little bit in the show. Like the test to become a ninja is like an all out battle royale, and the survivors are the ones that become Mist Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
like I was saying, there's a disparity in the economic status of the nations, and each one wants to secure more power for themselves, assuming to keep their own borders secure and protect their own people. And Nagato refers to this, the Second Great Ninja War, as the war that the Leaf Village started, because we can see in the show when we go to the Leaf Village, it's prosperous. They got
Mm-hmm.
buildings, there's construction going on. They always got them stone faces up there, like they
Yep.
living good.
Yep.
But when we visit every other village,
Let's talk about it.
the Sand Village, they living in huts made of dirt.
Squalor.
They they poor. We go to the
Mm-hmm.
Mist Village, everybody's killing each other. It's lawless. Criminals everywhere. The only other village that has some semblance of the prosperity that the Leaf Village has is the Stone Village.
The
And
Black Village.
and I would believe that's because they black and they mind their
Mm-hmm.
business.
Yep. Yep.
They say, hey, saying we only gonna fuck with these wars if they touch us, and once you
Mm-hmm.
touch us, we taking you down.
Mm-hmm.
The Tsuchikage don't play that. He say, you keep that shit over there, we gonna stay in our village and keep our shit to ourselves.
That's true.
So back to the story of Nagato. At some point, the three of them were tricked by Hanzo and Danzo. Hanzo, if you remember, is the leader of the Mist Village um, around the time the Second Great Ninja Wars ended.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So why is he linking up with the with one of the leaders of the Leaf Village if he's the leader of the Mist Village and they're supposed to be at war with each other?
Tell me. Tell me.
And keep in mind, Nagato, Yahiko, and Conan are all Mist Village ninja. They were born there, they were raised there. They may have got some training from a Leaf Village ninja, but this is their home. Hanzo could have welcomed them with open arms and been like, "Hey, we know you suffered a lot in the last war. We're here to protect you now. We're here to make a difference. You want to make a difference for our people. I want to make a difference for our people." But that wasn't what Hanzo was about. Hanzo was about power and death. So he links up with Danzo, and leads them into a false negotiation. Like, hey, we've been fighting for a while. We want to talk to y'all and come with a peaceful solution. But once they get there, it's a trap. And they pit Conan and Nagato against Yahiko. And they have to choose, and we saw a little bit of this in the flashbacks in the show. They have to choose, do you want Nagato to live? Or do you Conan and Yahiko, well, do you want Yahiko to live or do you want Conan and Nagato to live? And y'all have to make the choice. Which forces Nagato, being the altruistic, benevolent hero he is, to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm not gonna put that choice on y'all. Let me just go ahead and sacrifice myself so that y'all can live because y'all are my friends and we've lost too much already.
Yeah.
And at least if I die by myself, y'all will still have each other. So he sacrifices himself and plunging the other two into a new wave of grief. Imagine having lost your entire family. You find this second chosen family, these people you grow up with, and you set out on this goal with to like bring peace to the world, and now you lose one of them too. That's a lot for anyone to bear, man. That's a
Yeah.
lot. I don't
Yeah.
know if I could. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can handle that.
Me neither.
I don't know if I could keep going, trying to bring peace to the land
Hmm.
after you've killed my family and killed my brother.
At that point, what peace?
What peace?
What
But
peace?
Nagato's mind didn't change.
Mm.
Just his methods. Just his methods. So
Mm.
that situation solidified that the Leaf Village was untrustworthy. And so was the Mist Village. And
Mm-hmm.
Nagato said, you know what? Ain't none of these villages really looking out for the people. They all about securing more money, more wealth, more power than the other village. And this is never gonna end. But you know what? My looking at my own life, my own journey, Nagato says, after I lost everything, that's when I became committed to peace. And since I've tried the peaceful way, the diplomatic way, the way of the savior, and it didn't work, and the people in power turned against me and took more from me, maybe if I show people the true horror, the true devastation of war,
Mm-hmm.
the true grief of loss, they will see that peace is the way to go as well. And that's what leads him to, uh, changing his goals from changing his methods from the peaceful savior to the destroyer, the ravager that we know him to be. But Nagato's ultimate ambition was to end war and suffering. Um, you know, Having gained that goal by surviving the loss and over and over again, he developed a philosophy that the only way for others to also see the value of peace was to go through the same suffering he did. And that's why he has the saying, like, the world shall know pain. Suffering is the way to peace. That's why he talks like that. And that's when he changes his name from Nagato to Pain, and starts controlling the six paths of pain, uh, those reanimated bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this to say that grief and loss creates heroes, and grief and loss also destroys heroes.
True. And in this story, like, you cannot help but see the parallels to any grieving country now.
Hmm.
Like, look at Pakistan. They have been in war all their lives. They are losing their families in one fell swoop. They are
Hmm.
having to fight for food from the country that is trying to blow you up. And
Hmm.
then you expect me to want peace? No.
You want me to
We
want
can
nobody to get
only
hurt? Nah,
we
I've
can
tried that.
exactly. We tried that. We can only secure peace by making you understand what war is.
Mm. And that's Nagato's whole thing.
It is not a it's not a it's not something new in anime. It's the same thing was in Full Metal Alchemist
Hmm.
and Brotherhood.
Hmm.
The same thing that they were fighting for with the imperialistic country. It's the same thing that Pain is fighting for. It's the same thing that Pakistan is fighting for. The same thing that Congo is fighting for.
Hmm.
So you have to see the parallels in these people, and you can't be upset with their methods. The Leaf Village is not that great, but
Say
y'all
it. Say it.
y'all love wearing the headband. The Leaf Village is not that perfect. The Leaf Village is America.
That's what I was thinking when I was researching this. The Leaf Village is America.
The Leaf
The
Village
Leaf
is
Village is a machine of
America.
war that is only prosperous after war.
After war.
Just like America, our country only does well right after a war. Right after we beat somebody ass and take everything they got.
And take everything that they have. So, yes, I totally am here for Nagato and Pain and the Akatsuki, is that what they
Hmm.
call it?
Yep.
And all their methods. Jiria needed to die for what he
Jiraiya?
did. Yes,
Mm.
he needed to die because he was a war criminal.
He was a war criminal. He was
A
a war
lot of those people in the Leaf Village need to die. Like, just
criminal.
because they're doing silly things and have their porno book, that doesn't mean that they did not commit atrocities. They all needed to die.
Yeah. Because
So
Jiraiya wasn't killing people on no battlefield. I want to make that clear. He when Jiraiya had a hand in Nagato and them losing his family, that was an attack on the Mist Village itself, on the citizens of the Mist Village, not the ninja.
correct.
The Leaf Village was trying to incapacitate the Mist Village in such a way that they could no longer retaliate. They weren't fighting their army; they were fighting their
Exactly.
people.
Exactly.
And so y'all want to say, "Oh, that's the way of the ninjas," subterfuge and sabotage. There's still rules to this, man.
Exactly.
Because once you take away the rules in war, everybody dies.
Exactly.
And it's
Including
always the people
Jiraiya.
at the top. It's always your Donzos, your Hirozens, your
Mm-hmm.
Saratobis that sit away from the war and make all the decisions, telling the young
Mm-hmm.
people to go to war and kill people and bear the weight of those souls.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why, like, I tell people, Boruto is better, but y'all don't want to hear me because in Boruto there
No, I
is
don't
no
want to hear
war. There
that. I
is
don't want
no
to hear that at
war.
all.
Like
I don't
nothing's
want to watch
happening. Like,
Naruto.
but look, nothing's happening. It's just them fighting dinosaurs at a prison.
I would rather. I was more entertained by Naruto in the war.
I mean, of course, you're an American.
I'm
You
an
are an
American.
American.
I'm an American. This is what America has taught me. I'm a victim of my circumstances, of my environments. Mm-mm-mm. All right, I got one more, Jared.
Okay,
I got
let's
one
hear
more
it.
villain. I got
Let's
one
hear
more
who
villain.
this
And this
is.
one might surprise y'all. This one, the next guy, he has a richest to rags to riches story, both ways.
Hmm.
Um, and he feels betrayed not only by the world but by his own family, his father specifically. And so he sets out his ultimate goal is to right the wrongs of the world, just like all these other villains, and protect himself and his brother, who's the only family he has left alive, and to bring peace to the people.
Mm.
The next person is Doflamingo Don Quixote from One Piece, the guy with the
I,
pink and the feathers,
I've seen
spiky
him. I
shades.
don't know this story, so let's hear this story.
Let's hit the story. Okay, okay, but you know who I'm talking about, right? You know Doflamingo.
I've seen this picture.
This character. You
Yeah.
seen the cosplay. The cosplay is pretty dope. I'm gonna get that to y'all. Y'all be cosplaying the hell out of Don Quixote, and it'd be good. I like it. Keep it up.
Yeah. So let's hear about him because
But
I'm interested.
let's talk about Don Quixote. Don Quixote was born a celestial dragon,
What's
and
that?
if you know what the celestial dragons are in One
No.
Piece, these are the descendants of the 20 noble families that began the world government.
Okay.
The Don Quixote family is one of these families. So the celestial dragons live on Merijois, which is like the upper island in the sky, where they look down on all the other people of the world because we started the government, our family started the government, we run the government, we run the world, we made the world into what it is today, so we can do what we want with it.
So it's a
That's
floating island?
it's like yeah, they live on an island in the sky, yeah.
Okay. How does it float?
The if you remember like this, oh, you don't watch One Piece, but there's like there are floating islands in One Piece. One of them is called Skypiea, and they kind of like replicate that technology so that they
Hmm.
can build on clouds.
Okay.
Hmm. So the attitude of these families is that since we created the world to be what it is today, we can do what we want with it. And these families use and abuse the rest of the world.
Mm.
Everything from slavery, where they enslave other humans, giants, the double jointed arm people, the double jointed leg people, devil fruit users, mermaids. They don't care. They say everybody's below us and anybody can be a slave. All we got to do is catch it. Um,
Okay.
they charge exorbitant taxes on every country of the world, and they call it the celestial tribute. And basically, that's when the each country has to give all of their money or so much of their money to the celestial dragons, which is why the celestial dragons have so much wealth um, for running the government. These are their taxes. But a lot of times, after a country pays these taxes, their country is left starving. Their people are starving. They barely have enough to keep their economy going.
Okay.
And lastly, they have a thing called the native hunting competition. And this is a competition where the Celestial Dragons chooses an island in the world and they go there and compete amongst themselves to see who can kill the most of that island's inhabitants. Basically, genocide.
So,
They turn gen they turn genocide into a game.
okay. So, how is this person a good person, Demarcus?
And
Because,
so let's hold on now. Hold on now. We're gonna get to it. And so every family in the that started the world government is not like this. There's one, the Nefertiti family that we meet when during like the Dressrosa arc. I think that's the Dressrosa arc, like where all the sand is. They're one of the families that started world government, but they're like, we don't want to place ourselves above the people. We're gonna stay here. And the rest of the Celestial Dragons look at them as traitors. They're like, hey, yo, fuck y'all, because y'all ain't down to do illegal shit to the rest of the world.
So
And
let me can I ask you a question?
absolutely.
So does each celestial dragon have their own floating island, or are they all on the same floating island?
So they're all on this same floating island
Okay.
together. Yeah.
Okay.
They each have their own like section of the island or whatever. Like they have their own estates,
Okay.
but
And
they're
it's
all in the same
26 of
place.
them.
Hmm?
It's 26.
It's 20 of them.
20.
20
Okay.
families. There are 20
Okay.
families. And really, there are only 18 families because the one family, the Nefertiti family, decides not to go with them to the floating island.
Hmm.
And then the Don Quixote family, thanks to homing Don Quixote, once he starts seeing like how much shit that they got going on, he was like, "Oh, we can't be a part of this no more. I'm taking my family and we leaving."
And Don Quixote is the person we talk about today.
Don Quixote is the family that we're talking about.
Okay.
Doflamingo is the specific person.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Homing Don Quixote is Don Flamingo's father.
Okay.
So, you know, credit to Homing for getting his family out of there because these people are trash
Hmm.
and are basically destroying the world. But I don't like the way he does it. He does it in such a detrimental way that his family is his family starts dying and starts getting lynched. Let me,
Wahoo.
let me tell you about it. So, um, unsurprisingly, Don Flamingo's father, Homing, left the Celestial Dragons, giving up all the privileges that came with it. Now, it's not lost on the people of the One Piece world that the Celestial Dragons and the world government do not fuck with them and really be exploiting them for everything they got. So when they move to like this northern village somewhere, but when the people realize like, oh, y'all are Celestial Dragons and just come down here to live, um, we don't fuck with that.
Hmm.
And we don't fuck with y'all. So and y'all ain't got no business being here.
Okay.
Um, so after leaving Mary Joie, the Don Quixote family is persecuted by the people of the lower world because they hate celestial dragons.
I mean, with good cause,
You
because
know,
they going to island and killing everybody. So it's
you know,
not, and
yeah.
they're
I mean,
taxing
they
them to be poor.
into
So
into poverty. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I understand why the people did not like them.
yeah.
Do I condone them? Running this family out of town, out of their home? Not really. Do I condone them torturing, hanging, and beating homing Rosinante and Doflamingo? No, I don't. I don't think that was the right way to go about that. And the only silver lining here is that his mother didn't have to go through that, only because she died a lot earlier from an illness. Because when they left the Celestial Dragon Island, she got sick, and then they couldn't afford the medication and the treatment that she needed. So she dies in squalor.
So okay, now the consistency is off because we just talked about how Pain went through things uh like his whole family destroyed. He's the only
Hmm.
one that's left, and
Hmm.
uh, uh, he is making peace through war. And
Hmm.
now you're saying that these people doing the same thing to this family and it's bad.
Hey, let's keep going. We can talk about the intricacies of this. I'm just talking about the what I want to point out is the effects that this had on a young Doflamingo.
Hmm.
So imagine you somewhere between, you know, 5 and 10 years old. You get ripped out of your home, where you were basically a prince. You had everything you wanted. And you might be a little spoiled because, you got everything you want. But being spoiled doesn't necessarily mean you're bad.
Hmm.
But you ripped out of your home by your father who's standing on his morals all of a sudden and wasn't doing this any other time. Y'all live in poverty now. Your mother dies because you can't afford
Oh, okay.
treatment.
I'm sorry. So they were living in poverty. So they weren't like
Hmm.
set up in a mansion.
No, 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 no. Like when they left the Celestial Dragons, when they left the Marriage Wall, they were like living in a shack.
Mm.
So they went from palace to shack,
Okay.
and they ain't really had no money for real. So because the celestial dragons cut them off, they said, "Oh, you're basically a race traitor," because celestial dragons see themselves as gods.
Mm.
You know, what I'm saying they see themselves as actually being different from other humans because they wear them bubbles on their head because it's like, oh, we don't even want to breathe the same air as regular people.
Mm. Okay.
Um, yeah. So when someone leaves the celestial dragons or turns against the celestial dragons, they take it personally. They're like, "Oh, you don't think you're good enough for us, or we're good enough for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cut it all off." Um, so mother dies from illness. His family is chased out of their shack home that they managed to scrape together after leaving the celestial dragons because the people are like, "We don't fuck with you. Why are you here?" Doflamingo, his father Homing, and his brother Rosinante are all tortured by these same people. Like they, break into the house, nooses around their neck, drag them out, hang them up, beat the fuck out of them, and then leave them there. So after all this, his dad is like, you know what? Might have made a mistake. Tries to go back to the celestial dragons, but they're like, nah, fuck you, dog. You already left, and once you out, you out.
Okay.
Um, Eventually, around age 10, Doflamingo is like, I've had enough. Dad, every decision you've made has been bad, and we live beaten, bruised lives because you decide because of all decisions you made, and our mother is dead. And now things get a bit extreme. We see where Doflamingo's mind starts to twist, and he starts to break as a person because in this moment he decides to kill his dad and
Ah.
offer his head back to the celestial dragon, saying, "Hey, look, I dealt with the traitor. Let me and my brother back in because we didn't deserve none of this."
Okay.
You know what the celestial dragon said?
No.
Absolutely. They was like, no. They was like, your daddy a traitor, you're the son of a traitor, and y'all deserve a traitor's death.
Okay.
So mind your business, and we gonna mind ours.
This show's starting to sound good.
So where is Doflamingo's justice? Where's who brings the townspeople to justice that basically beat and ravaged his family? Who brings his father to justice for allowing his mother to die? Who brings the celestial dragons to justice for, you know, not helping them once they tried to not once but twice trying to rectify the situation? Where's Doflamingo's justice? He decides to go get it for himself. So he becomes a pirate. And because he was born in Mariejois, he knows some of the secrets of the celestial dragons. And like one of the treasures they have that allows them to rule the world the way they do. He knows about that and where it's kept. And so he's like, hey, look, y'all don't have to let me back in, but y'all got to give me those privileges back that I once had and make me a warlord of the sea, or else I'm going to let these secrets out. So
Hmm.
he realizes that asking for forgiveness, suing for peace, or pursuing peace, or rectification when it comes to these people who have all the power is not going to work, and that he's going to have to take it.
Yeah.
So he teams up with Kaido. I think Dressrosa might be the country that Doflamingo founds. And Alabaster is the Sand Kingdom where the Nefertiti family lives. But after all this, and he gets his warlordship, Doflamingo's goal becomes to destroy the celestial dragons and bring down the world government that abuses not him, not just him and his family, but the entire world, to
Okay.
free the world from their collective oppressors.
Okay.
So, in my book, this is not a villain. This is a
Yeah.
revolutionary.
Yeah.
He's not trying to destroy the world. He's trying to free the world. And his life has shown him that he's going to have to take whatever extreme methods needed in order to accomplish these goals. Because the half measures, the asking for forgiveness, let me make this right, that's not happening. That's not working.
Yeah.
and he's only left with one other option.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he's lived on both sides of the fence, and he has drawn his line in the sand. But
Hmm.
like, what I'm not understanding is what is the other side of the coin? Like, why is Luffy trying to defeat him? What did he do?
So Luffy and Doflamingo's beef is personal. Because I like Doflamingo. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what it was. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, because yeah, it sounds like he's a good guy. Sounds like he's trying to do stuff for other people. So I'm just not understanding what the issue is. Maybe everybody need to chill out because these celestial dragons sounds like the problem.
And they really are. And they do the same thing that our government does to us, is to
Mm.
pit the people against each other so
Mm.
that we don't feel like we're together. We feel isolated.
Yeah. And then they come in and ravage our towns. Like, yeah, them, and then they have slaves, and then they like that's crazy. That's crazy. But mm,
And so, like I was saying, Luffy and Doflamingo's beef is personal because
mm-hmm,
Doflamingo is already beefing with Trafalgar Law, who Luffy ends up becoming friends with because Rocinante, Doflamingo's brother, raises Trafalgar Law and eventually gives him his devil fruit power, gives Trafalgar his own devil fruit powers. And Doflamingo blames Trafalgar Law for Rosinante's death because that's his brother. Uh, Law blames Doflamingo for Rosinante's death because that's who like adopted him and raised him. And other than that, like we get back into um, strict rulers versus evil rulers. And Doflamingo was a strict ruler up in Dressrosa. He's like, look, these are my rules. You follow them or you get dealt with.
mm-hmm,
And I created this country so that people can enjoy their lives and be free. And as long as you are, you know, doing that, we ain't got no problems. But
yeah,
Luffy showed up in his country like, oh, I don't like how you doing things here, and you beefing with my boy Trafalgar, so I'm finna wreck your whole shop.
mm. Yeah. So I don't know much about One Piece. I am gonna watch the remake or the redo of it when it comes on Netflix. I am
Hmm.
interested in doing that.
Is that the
But
live action?
no, they're doing a truncated version of the show.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know how they're reducing the things, but they're going to do a truncated version of the show on Netflix.
Mm.
They're making it now. But
I think that'll be good.
yeah, I'm interested in that. But yeah, uh, this just seems like this Don Flamingo person. He's been through a lot, with his
Hmm.
family. He's seen riches, and he was in the room while these imperialists were were plotting and scheming, and then they abandoned his family. So he had his first thing of betrayal. His father was not. His father was not, being a good father. He let his mother die, so he felt on him as. And how old was he when he killed his father?
10 years old.
Yeah, he felt that he had to, like, imagine a 10-year-old having to make that choice.
Yeah.
So,
Him
yeah,
and Rosinante were both like crying right there, while Doflamingo had the gun to his dad's head. Like it's an impossible position to put any child in.
yeah,
And I
and
can't, and I don't want to speak on his motives or what he should have done there because I've never been in that situation.
yeah. And then for the celestial dragons to then deny him again after he made that choice. Like, imagine what it is for an adult, but for a child to hold your father's head up
Hmm.
and say, "Is this enough?"
To hold your dad accountable for his
Yeah,
mistakes.
yeah, that's kind of sad. So,
Yeah, absolutely, man. And so I start to change my mind on these villains from being villains to they're tragic heroes.
mm-hmm, yeah,
twisted as they might be.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Wow, Demarcus, I didn't know that. I knew about Ursa. I didn't know Jafar started out as a street rat. I didn't know the whole Pain saga, and I definitely didn't know about Don Flamingo. But that was interesting.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Wow.
I'm glad you enjoyed
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
that
we'll
was
do another one of
great.
these segments.
Yes, we should. We should. Um, wow, that was very interesting. Very, very good.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. Do you want to do a question from Six Brown Chicks or?
Yeah, I'm down for a question. I'm a little live now. I need to chill out. Maybe this
Yeah,
question to help me calm down.
yeah, because yeah,
'Cause I'm heated.
I'm thinking about because this Don Flamingo person, like, do I need to start watching One Piece?
I mean, maybe a few select arcs here and there.
No, I would have to go all the way back to the '90s. Oh
Mm.
God.
Would
Okay.
you? One Piece started in the 90s?
Yes, the late '90s. All right. So Six Brown Chicks. What we do is we read the first sentence of the question, and then Demarcus decides which question we should do. Are you ready, Demarcus?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Number one, my manager sent a Teams meeting invite to our entire team, and I knew that S meant mass layoffs. So I slipped out the building, shut my phone off, and went straight home. That's number one. Number two,
Mm.
I'm a city girl who won a southern wedding. Number three, I knew, no, I know Twan loves me because he risked everything to spend time with me.
Mm.
At number four, I thought the grass was greener at another woman's house, and I foolishly left my wife for a month.
For a month?
Mhm.
Mm. Let's do the one before. Twan loves me because he risks everything to spend time with me. What does that mean?
All right, let's read it. Oh, I didn't do Six Brown Chicks this week. Okay. I know Twan loves me because he risked everything to spend time with me. Twan's wife works the night shift at Amazon, so he brings me over during the day, and I also help him with his toddler. I was in a car accident, and have a flipper denture in the front of my mouth until I can afford dental implants. Twan and I got high, and we fell asleep watching TV. At some point, his daughter took my flipper out of my mouth. When we
Took his
woke
what out
up,
of his mouth?
at some point, his daughter took my flipper out of my mouth, her dentures.
Oh, okay.
When we woke up, my flipper was gone and I was shocked at my missing teeth. We looked everywhere for it, but I had to leave before his wife came home. The following morning, his wife found it. My flipper had lipstick on it, so she knew he was cheating. Wife kept the flipper. He's pretending that he doesn't know where my flipper came from. I'm wearing a mask at work because I'm missing teeth. Also, Twan is avoiding me. How do I contact the wife to get my teeth back? I can't afford a new one right now.
So we'll go back to the part where he risks everything to see her.
So Lauren's asking what's a flipper. So a flipper is let me see. So she got in a car accident, and she has a flipper denture in the front of her mouth until she can afford dental implants.
Mm,
And she said that the first sentence, I know Twan loves me because he risked everything to spend time with me.
hmm. Keep
And
going.
then
Keep going.
she goes on, Twan's wife works the night shift at Amazon, so he brings me over during the day,
Mm,
and I also help him with his toddler.
okay. So she's sneaking and geeking at this man's house while his wife at work. Not only trying not only playing house with the husband, but playing mama to the daughter.
Yeah.
And the daughter was like, "I got something for your ass," and stole the dentures.
Yeah.
So this leads to the wife finding the dentures, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious as to like where and how the wife found them because the daughter had them. Maybe she just dropped them somewhere, but maybe she went in the daughter's room and found them or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and so now her question is like, how do I get my dentures back from the wife now that Twan is no longer talking to me? I think what we first have to look at here is look at we have to reevaluate your original mindset. Twan does not love you, and he's not risking any and everything to see you
Yeah.
because now when the shit hit the fan, he's like, oh nah, you don't even exist.
Okay.
So how do you get those dentures back? You got to go over there while the wife is home, wake her
Yeah.
ass up, and be like, hey, look, those are my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You gotta go confront the wife, and then you
Yeah.
got to spill the beans. You
Yeah.
got to blow up this home. I'm not gonna
If you
say
want.
happy home because the wife is sitting on some teeth that don't belong to nobody that live in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree. If she wants her teeth back, she gotta go sue the culprit because Twan's not answering his phone.
Mm-hmm.
So she just gotta go over there. She gotta wake her up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if
During the
she's not
day
wake,
after her long ass night shift,
yeah, and they gotta
she
have
gonna
that
hate that.
discussion. She is gonna hate it. Um, I don't like. I don't know. Like, it doesn't mention that the wife is malicious or anyway, but
I mean,
like the wife,
why would the wife not be malicious?
because, well, I guess that you know both parties knew that Twan was married, so the wife
Mm,
can be malicious, and then you're around this woman's child.
hmm.
So, um, yeah, she can be malicious. You just need to go over there, say you're sorry,
I
and
would
that's
I would say don't
realistic.
even apologize if you don't mean it. Like if you're not sorry, don't say you're sorry. Or
Yeah,
or better a better way to say that, find something that you are sorry for to apologize for.
yeah,
And I don't know what that is in the situation because you messed with her husband on purpose.
mm-hmm.
You played mama to the toddler on purpose.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You didn't mean to leave your teeth there, so maybe that's what you apologize for. Like you go in there and say, "Hey, I'm sorry I ever left these. I'm sorry I let your toddler take my teeth, and I'm sorry you found them the way you did.
mm,
If you're sorry for those things,
yeah. Like you're gonna have to go in there and do something, cause
hat in hand, as they say.
yeah, I think that's the only solution.
That's the only
Um,
way.
all right. So if you want to follow us, you can. We are Black Geek Energy on Instagram, Black Geek Energy on Facebook, Black Geek Energy on Spill, Black Geek Energy on Blue Sky, Black Geek Energy on TikTok, Black Geek Energy on YouTube, Black Geek Energy on Twitch. Bless you, Black Geek Energy
Thank
on
you.
Threads. You can also email all your questions to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can listen to me play live on Marvel 1619. I put the link in our show notes. And our store, blackgeekenergy.etsy.com. You can go there and you can buy a hoodie. If you buy a hoodie, we can continue doing this for a whole nother month. So go and buy a hoodie.
Hmm.
Um, we also have a Patreon that's $3 a month, 10 cents a day. So forego your Airwan smoothie and buy our Patreon for a month. Yeah. And DeMarcus, do you have any final thoughts?
Um, my final words today are: let's really take a look at what the world labels and calls evil,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it's not always as it seems, and there's always more to the story. And people are not evil just because they want to be evil. They're usually a victim of some circumstance and environment that forces them into a way of life that they would not have otherwise chosen.
Yeah. Also, you need to look at who is labeling these people as evil, because
Mm-hmm.
y'all
Because you
be
can't. Go ahead. Sorry.
y'all be listening to every word that Walt Disney says, and he's the Grand Nazi himself.
The Grand
So
Poobah.
the Grand Poobah. So you gotta pay attention to who is saying this stuff.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay.
Because you can't be committing genocide and then call me evil for protecting the people.
Right.
Because I
Right.
blew up your weapons factory. Now I'm evil.
Right.
When you've been using those weapons on us for the past 20 years, what are we talking
Exactly.
about here? What are- what
Exactly.
what's your frustration?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. This was another episode of Black Geek Energy, and we are out.
BGE.